How you doing? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I had to get up early so I could get ready, but I'm okay.
Well, thank you for, thank you for, spending the time to prepare for this. And sorry if if this sort of disrupted your daily routine.
I
I
didn't
appreciate.
think getting up at like 10 in the morning. I know it was so mean.
I'm sorry about that. I'm usually not like that, but yeah. Uh,
You're fine.
thank you. What's your usual daily routine then?
I actually don't get up at 10 o'clock. I get up at 8:30. I go to the gym. I get back. I shower. I eat. I do whatever. Maybe practice some guitar, singing. If I have auditions, I'll do those. And then depends. It's a different day.
Yeah, it seems you're committing your time to so many different crafts. Like, is that difficult for you to sort of allocate a certain amount of time to, the things that you're getting involved with, whether it's music, whether it's acting, or does it come natural to you?
Yeah, I've always been kind of busy, like ever since I was little. So I never really am bored or chill
Yeah,
that much. I
yeah,
always have something going on.
I see. Does it like? Do you think you know, being always committed to something and always doing something is, something that is like part of your character, or is it something that sort of not naturally came to you throughout the time?
I think it just naturally came to me like over time
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, you can't just th you have to learn how to be busy all the time. It's not something you could just do or like someone throws at you and you could be okay with. You just have to slowly add things to your routine
Yeah.
over years and
Yeah.
I've been doing that since I was like 4, so
Wow.
yeah, acclimated to it now.
Wow. Yeah, this is surely I presume a routine that not many people are familiar with. So how was that for you? Like, do you was it difficult for you to sort of commit to such a routine? Did you experience any sort of, I don't know, regrets that you're always so busy, or was it always natural?
I wouldn't say I have any regrets for being so busy all the time because I have a good balance
Mm-hmm.
of how to stay busy, but then also to find time
Yeah.
for myself and to do nothing.
Yeah.
The other day, I just sat in bed because I had nothing to do during the day and I watched a whole season of Stranger Things. So that's like 8 hours of my day. And I spent it watching TV. So, but then also yesterday, I got up at like 8 o'clock, went to record with
Oh,
Agena and Kevin.
nice.
And I was doing that until like 3, I think. So
Wow.
8:30 to 3.
Oh,
That
wow.
I just did all that with them. And then I immediately went because I do martial arts and I
Wow.
teach kids how to do martial arts. I work at a dojo. So I went to work immediately after and I didn't get home till like at night. So it really
Wow.
depends.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah,
Yeah. Wow,
I have things,
this is
yeah.
insane that, at such an age you're so active in your profession in so many different areas, and at the same time I guess I kind of find it more interesting that you also manage to find a balance, because this is something that many people struggle nowadays, like sort of balancing the different aspects of their lives.
Yeah, it was worse when I was younger and I wasn't homeschooled and I went to public school
Yeah.
because I would have to miss a lot of school days and
Wow.
the education system didn't really like that.
Yeah.
The teachers and the principal, like my school understood, but the higher people in the district did not. And they got mad at me and they would tell me to always go to a summer school or a Saturday school, but I never went. So then I just became homeschooled in like fifth grade so that they would get off my butt. So
Yeah. That makes sense to be fair.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to, people like you who are like, operating in a completely different cycle, I guess.
The acting stuff was like really busy, especially for people my age,
Mm.
like commercial, print, film, TV, all that. So I was always working. It was crazy.
Wow. And I've always been curious, like when you are, doing this sort of a work at such an early age, like how are you perceiving everything that you need to do? Like, is it fun? Like, do you even at an early age perceive it as something that you have to do and sort of like a job-like activity or like, yeah,
When I was younger, I started in plays because I was always performing at
yeah,
home. So my mom just put me in community plays. So
yeah,
I wanted to do it. I
nice,
thought it was really fun, and I still do. Like,
yeah,
it's so fun. You get to play different people. You get to do what you want to do. Like, if you're singing and performing on stage, you get to have like an alter ego. So
yeah,
kind of like you're acting on stage,
yeah.
but also acting's really fun. I don't think I don't think anyone would think it's something you're forced into unless you are forced into it, then that's
Yeah.
just not fun for you. But acting is something that you should want to do because
Hmm.
I don't know, it's fun to play different characters and
Hmm.
be someone that you're not.
Yeah. Uh, do you remember something like specifically attracting you to acting, or was it just always part of you, sort of like?
I would watch Disney Channel a lot growing up,
Yeah.
and one of my favorite shows was Jessie.
Yeah.
And I don't know, all the stuff that they did on set and on the show was kind of crazy. And it looked so fun to me. And after, I don't know, I always thought that they were like actual scenarios and people
Yeah.
actually did these things on the daily. I was like, oh, this is reality TV. It was not. But I was like, no way, people get to actually do this. So I would learn random scenes and stuff and like one woman show them for my parents and stuff. So I guess it kind of came naturally. I've always kind of just been a performer and a dancer. There's so
Yeah.
many videos on my mom's Facebook that could prove it. It's really embarrassing. I hope no one finds them ever. I'm actually gonna wipe them all from the internet. But whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine at some point people being really interested in seeing those.
I hope not.
Yeah. So, you've mentioned you watched a lot of Disney Channel in being interested in. So, what was it like for you to like sort of starting from this and being interested in watching it and then being on the other side and actually like, being part of this whole production?
I don't know. I guess it kind of made me appreciate what actors do more.
Yeah.
Like how I see how it's like hard work because it is hard work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to tap into like really deep emotional states, and
Yeah.
sometimes people don't know acting from reality. Like they get so deep into their characters.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's kind of cool to
Mm-hmm.
be on the other side because you always
Nice.
want to be on the other side of what someone else is doing. So
Mm.
to actually do it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can imagine. So in terms of acting, just speaking about the pure raw aspect of acting as a process. What do you like most of it about it? What do you like most about it, and what do you dislike the most about it?
This is really hard. I can't really
Yeah,
say I dislike anything
yeah,
really about it. I guess the only thing I don't like right now is how slow it is. Like after COVID and like the strike, it's
yeah.
been really hard for people in like my age group.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really slow. And that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I
Yeah,
love everything else about it. I love playing pretend. It's one of my
yeah,
favorite things to do ever. I love working and meeting with new people, like directors. castmates, production,
Hmm.
casting directors. It's all super awesome. And I mean, like, I wish that auditions and stuff would be more in person because then you get to like really be personable with the casting
Yeah.
directors. But COVID happened and that ruined a lot, but I guess it's okay. As long as you're still getting auditions, people can hopefully see your personality through the screen. But yeah, and the crafty is always really good on set.
Mhm.
Crafty is like all the food. They're
Nice.
so good. Big fan of it. And I love like the makeup artists. They're always so sweet. I always become friends with them and we're always friends on Instagram. It's great.
Nice.
I love everyone and
Nice.
the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine like, and, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like most of the actors are having so much fun just backstage and just during production and, just hanging out with each other and having fun. Is it like, is it like that in reality as well?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I don't
Right.
think I've ever really had a bad experience on set.
Hmm.
I mean, besides one time I was doing something for a music video and it was really cold and I had to wear a dress. That was the only
Wow.
time I was miserable, but everyone was great. It was just the weather that bothered me. But yeah, everyone's super awesome and normally super fun to hang out with on set. Because if you're not having a good time like doing it, then why are you doing it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, what do you found as, a difficult thing to adjust to when you started, acting and working on set? Was there something specific that you had some troubles like sort of adjusting to?
Hmm, can't really think of anything.
Hmm.
Maybe balancing my school and
Yeah.
acting, because I would do my best to not fall behind,
Uh,
but then I did. So I guess balancing my school life and like personal life with acting.
yeah.
I had mm, some friends.
Hmm.
I had a good amount of friends, but then over time with acting, just kind of
Yeah.
plummeted. So
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that because I've seen many documentary movies and, obviously behind the scenes interviews and information from child actors. And they're saying exactly, exactly as you've mentioned, that it's very difficult for a child to sort of to pretty much have a full-time job and at the same time to do what is expected from you in terms of school and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
I can't imagine how stressful that is.
that is why I became homeschooled. Made it so much easier because I didn't have a super strict schedule.
Yeah,
Like schooling on my own time was way easier than schooling on a teacher's time. Like you obviously still have teachers when you do
yeah.
homeschool, but they're more lenient and they're more there to help you if you need it, not to be on your butt the whole time.
Yeah.
But, public school, it's get it done by this time or I will put you in detention. And it's like, dog, I have work in this weekend, so you cannot. But yeah, that's kind of why I took a year off of college after
Mhm.
I graduated, so
Mhm.
that I had more time to work on my stuff like music and acting
Yeah,
and myself.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I've always I think it's a major problem, and you outlined it so well in terms of schools in general that, in terms of that teachers, they're really not there to help you, but rather to just do their job and they don't really care what they do, or what they achieve
Yeah, I mean, you
most
have
of the
to get
times.
really lucky with your teachers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah. My teachers when I was younger were cool though.
that's great. That's great that, they've been understanding and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so. obviously you started with acting and you're now involved with music as well. So was music always part of your performance nature, or was it something that sort of developed at a later time?
It was always a part of my performance nature, except I wasn't as good as I was acting.
Yeah.
I sounded like a dying cat. And that's why I started taking vocal lessons. So
Yeah.
I did sound like there was someone trying to rip out my throat every time I sang. It was it was bad.
Yeah.
But I started taking lessons when I was like 8 because I was like, oh, wait, I kind of want to sound good and
Yeah.
possibly pursue it. And
Yeah.
so that's what I'm doing.
Nice. So, like, what when you compare acting and music as, separate entities, um, what how are they different to you? Like, why is music more interesting to you? What is music giving you that acting is not?
I don't know. They both kind of feel like there's more acting in music
Mm-hmm.
than most people would think.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, look at Taylor Swift and like Conan Gray. They make whole scenarios
Mm,
and put them into songs, almost like plays.
yeah.
And that you got to have like some type of acting mind to do that. And you have to have some type of character when you're on stage. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess they both correlate just a little bit, just acting into music, not so much music into acting, unless you're
Mm-hmm.
doing like Broadway.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I guess singing, like music, it's more of like on my own time. Like I can put
Mm-hmm.
stuff out and
Mm-hmm.
not have people not have to like wait for someone else. And it's like more me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can put myself into songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like a way of like journaling,
Yeah.
except with beats. And it sounds cool. So
Yeah.
I guess that's how they're different. And
Yeah.
that's music is just fun.
It seems like, from what you're saying that, you enjoy acting like as a way to like experience different emotions and put yourself in other people's shoes, and music as a way to express who you really are. Like,
Exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this makes sense actually. So it, you know, again, in terms of music, so how do you, at what point did you understand that you want to do that? Like, was it something like a song that you've heard, or like, how did it happen?
Well, I've always admired like Olivia Rodrigo and like Gwen Stefani
Yeah,
and everyone from like the 90s to 2010, 2020s. Like those that's all my favorite music, especially
nice.
like 90s.
Yeah,
But I don't know, I guess like Olivia Rodrigo. I like seeing the people who went from acting and then went to music career, but
yeah,
still also have both, like Ariana Grande,
yeah,
Olivia, Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah,
I guess that was really cool. And I've always wanted to do music. Like after I started taking vocal lessons and started sounding good, I
yeah.
was like, oh, this sounds like really fun. I wish I could like put stuff out. And I was like, wait,
Uh,
I literally can. But I was just nervous and didn't do it. And then after COVID and the strike and acting was like really slow,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? We ball. I'm just gonna go into it. Let's do it. So I started writing with Gina and we made some stuff and now it's coming out. So if it sounds good to other people,
I,
it
I,
will.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. So you've mentioned that you'll be working with Kevin and Gina.
Mhm.
So how was that process for you? Like writing and cooperating with other people, and yeah, what was it like?
I like it because I like having other people also be in a creative process with me,
Yeah.
I guess. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just more fun that way.
Hmm.
And you get to hear other people's ideas and you're like, oh, that actually sounds really good. Put it in.
Yeah.
Um, that's always fun. And plus, they're both really talented, like insanely talented. So to have
Yeah.
those two awesome minds work with me for
Hmm.
my first EP and like singles and stuff, it's crazy.
I mean, you definitely surrounded yourself with a great team, that's for sure.
Of course, I
So,
did.
was it like difficult, or did it take time for all of you to sort of gel and be on the same page in terms of what you want to do? Or
I mean, I barely knew what I wanted to do at the beginning. I
Mhm.
was trying to figure out
Yeah,
what sound I was going for or what type of genre I was going for.
yeah,
But Kevin and Adrena helped me figure that out. So I guess even though it was my music, I had to get on the same page with them.
yeah.
So yeah, but after that, it was pretty smooth sailing from
Hmm.
there. 'Cause I guess we're kind of all on the same page after we figured it out. So
Yeah,
it wasn't hard at all.
yeah. Oh, that's this definitely sounds as establish great synergy with them, and that and
Mhm.
this is always um a big thing to generate a very quality product, which I'm sure is the case, in with you too. So what do you want to achieve with music in general? Like, how do you what would be the achievement or the accomplishments that you would make you feel really satisfied and happy?
I just want people to listen to my songs. I want people to
Yeah.
understand and be like, she gets it, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like Taylor, Olivia, those are
yeah,
like inspirations. I love them, especially Taylor Swift. She's been
yeah.
my number one since ever and a half. So I love her. I want to reach her level, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's really a matter of dedication and devotion. And if you're passionate about it, and it seems that, you know, you have the mentality and you have the mindset to go all the way. So, why not?
Putting my all into it because
Yeah.
YOLO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. And it's something that you said really caught my attention. When we're talking about um you not liking to wait when it comes to the whole process of acting and the whole waiting process and stuff like that. And then you've mentioned that you like music because it's more dependable on you, and this is where you create the tempo.
I
So
mean, I guess I was just so used to always being super busy with acting that after it slowed
yeah.
down, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do something that didn't require auditions. And
Yeah.
yeah, I could just do it on my own and put it out there and be like, boom. But I love acting. I never hate waiting for auditions
Hmm.
or, you know, hearing back from people saying, you got the job, or
Yeah.
we would love to hold you and put you in this. I've never hated like waiting on acting, but I guess it's a little annoying to when it's slow. That's
Yeah.
all.
Would you say that you feel more comfortable in an environment where you control, like you have a bigger influence on the process rather than being dependable on other people?
Yeah, I'm more comfortable when I get to take charge, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like music, I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
But if I have to maybe write like a script and like make my own TV show and I have to take charge of like casting people, count me out. I would be so overwhelmed. It would be awful for me. But if I'm acting in it, of course.
It's great that you have this level of self-assessment where you're like, I know what I want to do, and I know what I don't want to do, which I think is very precious.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know what I want and I know what I don't want.
that's fantastic. So, you've mentioned, your favorite names in music and the people you're sort of looking up to. Um,
So,
what about acting? Like, who would you say were your favorite directors or actors or
directors and actors.
yeah,
Okay, I love Winona Ryder. Like, she's
nice.
one of my all-time favorites. I mean, Heathers. I just said I was watching Stranger
Just Strange
Things.
Things, yeah.
She didn't. What else? Beetlejuice.
It's
Love those. I love Winona Ryder. She's awesome. And
amazing.
for directors, Sophia Coppola, or however you pronounce it. I'm really
Yeah.
bad at pronouncing names,
No,
but
yeah,
she made Priscilla. I love Priscilla. She made so many great movies, and I just
yeah.
love her style of directing. It's so amazing. Little Woman, she's awesome.
Yes.
I love her
Yes.
so much. But oh my God, there's so many actors that I
You've
look up to.
mentioned you've mentioned a couple of Tim Burton movies as well.
Oh my God, Tim Burton.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, Heather is right there. There's
Oh yeah.
Winona.
Yeah.
And she's also in, no, which one is she in? She's in
Uh,
another one here, I think.
so
Oh,
she's obviously in Beetlejuice. She's in Edward
Scissorhands.
Scissorhands,
Yeah.
and might be in Corpse Bride, but I'm not entirely sure.
Is she? I think Helena Bonham Carter is. I can't remember if
Yeah, might not be. I'm sure about
it's
the.
Helena Bonham Carter. And I also love her because
She's so
amazing.
cool. Yeah,
She's so cool.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah. There's so many actors I love, like so much. Recently, after watching Yellow Jackets,
yeah,
Sophie Thatcher, hello. She's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Like, I didn't know I knew her from so many things, and then all of a sudden she popped up, and I'm like, oh my God, I love you. And
Yeah.
I have a Funko Pop of her as Nat right there.
Nice. Give me one song that you wish you performed, that you wish it was you, and give me one movie that you wish you were in.
One song, oh, this is tough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Really tough. I listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
I love so much, but I guess Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl by Olivia Rodrigo because it's literally my life.
Nice.
That is me in a nutshell. If I had to use one song to describe me, it would be that one. And I wish I wrote it because it's right on the
Nice.
dot.
Nice.
But one, this is tough. You put me in a difficult position.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that. Oh, I'm looking around. I love horror movies.
Oh, nice.
So I'm trying to think of one specific. One of my favorite movies is It.
Nice. The old
Um,
one or the newer version?
the old one is good, but the new one has been my favorite.
Yeah.
It's a comfort movie, and some people find that really weird because my favorite movies to fall asleep to are horror movies where people are
S-
getting brutally murdered and
Same.
screaming. So
Same. Same.
yeah, I have a whole collection up there. I also love Scream. Scream is awesome. Oh, movie I want to be in. I just thought of it. I love Jennifer Lawrence. Hunger Games. I'm the biggest Hunger Games fan ever.
Nice.
I don't know
Nice.
why that slipped my mind, but I want to be in the new Hunger Games so bad. I will be a tribute. I will die. I will die on screen. That is my dream. I really want to die in the arena. That would
I
be
love
awesome.
that.
I wanted to be Katniss Everdeen for so long. I had my mom buy me the Nerf bow and arrow because she didn't trust me with an actual bow and arrow.
I love
So
that.
Jennifer Lawrence is definitely one of my favorite actors, and I would want to be in Hunger Games or Percy Jackson or Star Wars
Oh
or
wow.
Marvel. I'm a huge nerd. If you couldn't tell, I have Legos here and I have a whole wall of Funko Pops and
Nice.
a lot of other things.
I was gonna say you have an amazing set over there, but wait,
Thank you.
there were so many things I wanted to double down on everything you said. Firstly, it's so good to see, another Scream fanatic. Scream is I love that franchise. Absolutely
So
amazing.
good. I love the original one. It's
Yeah,
amazing. I watch it all the time.
yeah,
I was a Scream marathon, just random.
absolutely. I'm yet to watch the newest one, and I'm really excited about it. But
The newest one. The sixth
yeah.
one?
Was it the six or seven now? I don't know. I think
I,
it was.
did they already come out with the seventh one?
I think so.
It works.
The one with so it was the second with Jenna Ortega.
The second one with Jenna Ortega? Okay, that was the
Yeah.
sixth one.
So yeah. So I haven't watched the sixth one.
That one's actually pretty good. I
I
like
was,
that one.
I was really pleasantly surprised by the fifth one because
So good.
oh my God, yeah.
It
Um,
was so good.
with the scene in the end, and I mean it's an older movie, so we can do some spoilers, I guess.
Yeah,
But
if you haven't seen it, what's wrong with you? Go.
exactly, it's your fault if you haven't seen it. So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But the end scene where she's like, with a knife, where she's just butchering his face. That
Yeah,
was insane, so
I love
cool.
gore.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. And
So cool.
I completely relate also with watching horror movies for relaxation. That's so
Mhm.
me as well. And true crime documentaries and all that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love those. I don't know. Horror movies, it's just because I know they're fake.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why would I be scared of them?
Yeah, exactly. I think the craft in horror movies sometimes is so much, you know, um it's on such a high level sometimes than the regular movies, because I think this is one of the very few genres that that whatever movie you're watching, you'll be immersed in it, regardless of the quality, I guess. But it's always something that really gathers your attention, so it's all cool,
Yeah, and there's so many different kinds of horror, like psychological,
yeah.
slasher, um, like religious, like The
Yeah,
Exorcist, like
yeah,
it's crazy. And they're all so good. There's like dark, like comedy horror. So like
yeah, yeah,
that is the funniest movie I've ever seen.
yeah. Okay, are you ready to put you in a difficult spot once again?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, top five horror movies.
We're gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
It,
Okay. Yeah, that's
I love
fine.
it. That will
Nice.
always be number one. I
Okay.
was the biggest it fanatic forever. Still
Nice.
am. Second, it's tough. It's really tough. I guess Scream. Trying to think of what really counts as a horror movie. This is so hard because
And
Jaws doesn't count as a horror movie, isn't
what's that?
it? Jaws?
I mean, it does, I guess. I mean, it's a classic one, so I mean, I guess at the time it was a horror movie.
Yes, but it's not like scary.
Yeah.
Can I also do like shows or does it have to be a
Yeah, yeah.
movie?
Do shows as
Okay,
well.
The Haunting of Hill House. That is
Nice.
definitely one of my favorites. Oh, The Shining. I
Oh,
love The
nice one.
Shining.
Nice one.
What else? Okay, I have one more. One more spot. And I'm looking around my room.
The Exorcist. Do you like The Exorcist?
I do, but it's not top five.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the Conjuring series movies, but I can't think of which one because they're all so good.
That's
You
so
know
good.
what? The fifth one is the entire Conjuring series. So
Nice. Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah.
there we go.
Oh my God. James Wan is, especially with all of his horror projects, so good. Like,
So good. I have a
Even
nun Funko Pop up there.
oh my God, I remember when I saw the nun for the first time in the Conjuring movie. Jesus,
That was scary.
that was really scary.
Yeah, I
Uh,
went to go see it with my mom, who was terrified of all horror movies. I actually like to torture my parents by making them watch horror movies in the dark, and I like to make it really quiet and make sure the TV is really loud and there's no
yes.
lights on in the house and it's at night. And then I leave them for at certain moments for long periods of time and I let them watch it by themselves. It's really funny.
To be
They,
fair, I do that with my friends. I
yeah.
absolutely love like just, torturing them in this manner as well. So, I can definitely relate with that. But yeah, have you seen Insidious as well?
Of course I have. What kind of
Oh,
question is that?
I know. You might be surprised, but most of the people haven't, which is insane to me. But
People need to watch it. It's so good.
yeah,
Insidious
it's,
is great. I mean, the lipstick face demon
oh my
kind of freaked
God.
me out a little bit.
Yeah,
I will admit that.
yeah, insane.
Yeah.
Uh,
Very little things scare me, but he was one of them.
I remember this scene as well when he was into the outer world and he was playing on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was scary as hell.
Yeah. And then I went to Halloween Horror Nights and they had an Insidious maze. And guess who was there scaring everyone?
Nice.
Yeah, that evil thing, the Darth Maul looking thing. I didn't
Yeah.
like him. Scary
Th-
looking.
that mo is a very accurate description, rather, I guess.
Yes, he's just a naked Darth Maul
Yeah.
with fur on his head. That's it.
Just having fun playing on the piano or whatever, insane.
Yes, but he's so creepy. I hate him.
Yeah, so
Love
very
him.
creepy, very creepy. So aside of horrors, you've mentioned that you're also like into comic movies and stuff, right?
Hmm.
So Marvel, DC,
Marvel.
nice, nice.
No hate
Favorite,
to DC, but Marvel.
yeah. It's an easy answer to me, to be fair, as well. So,
Yeah.
favorite Marvel movies?
The Winter Soldier, the first Avenger, Endgame. Does Spider-Man No Way Home count? Because it was technically like Sony. No, I'm gonna say No Way Home. This
Yeah,
is difficult. Thor Ragnarok. Wait,
nice.
Thor Ragnarok. I don't know. Uh this might be a hot take, but I like Age of Ultron a lot.
Nice,
Age of
nice.
Ultron is really good.
I
Um,
I appreciate that. I think this
yeah.
movie is actually too overhated. It's
The entire Guardians of the Galaxy series, like all three of them, amazing.
yeah,
10 out of 10.
absolutely,
Definitely my favorites for sure.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
I love Captain America. I have a Captain America poster right there because
Nice.
I also love Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan. So,
Yeah, yeah. I think this so the Winter Soldier, the second Captain America film, and the third Captain America film, I think they're like my most favorite one in the MCU in general.
really?
Yeah, insane movies. Like them
Yeah,
so
I
much.
could get behind that.
Yeah,
Oh, and Civil War. I love Civil
yeah,
War.
yeah,
It's everyone loves Civil War. If you don't, you're
yeah,
weird.
yeah,
I don't like it.
exactly.
You're not a part of my fandom, so go away.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about um like the latest phase of MCU? Like the last couple of movies. Do you like them?
The movies. I haven't
Like
seen Thunderbolts yet, but I heard
yeah.
it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Mm, What was the last movie before that? I'm trying to remember.
So there was a couple of movies from this phase were Mrs. Marvel, The Marvels.
Uh-huh.
It was The Marvels. It was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Well, I feel like they could have done more with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, yeah,
But for what it was good.
yeah,
I don't hate it. Is it my favorite? No,
yeah,
but I would watch it.
yeah,
Not pay to watch it, but I would watch it again.
yeah. I feel like that as well. I think like this third phase was very strange, and I think they were just trying to do so
Yeah.
many different things that didn't really land, but it's still
Beginning
interesting.
was good.
Yeah.
Like Loki, What If,
Oh my
the
God.
show's 10 out of
Oh
10.
my God. WandaVision.
And WandaVision,
Vision
10
insane.
out of 10.
Yeah. Easy.
I've been waiting for a season two of that,
Oh my
and I never got
goodness.
it. And
Yeah.
I was upset. But I forgot to watch Agatha All Along.
I haven't as well, and I've been so excited because I've seen that Aubrey Plaza is in it, which
I I love Aubrey Plaza.
same.
She's
She's
awesome.
yeah, so cool. So cool.
Yeah. All my friends, everyone and their mother says that I remind them of Aubrey Plaza, and I can't escape. I actually worked on a show, and I didn't even realize that she was in it until recently when I was watching one
What?
of her interviews on TikTok. And she was like, I was working on Legion at the time. And I was like, I was on that. So I was like, wait a minute, is this the same thing? So I looked it up, and sure enough, she was in it, and I didn't even know it.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that I technically worked with Aubrey Plaza,
You're
and
practically best friends.
yeah, we're best friends. Actually, mother and daughter duo
Yeah,
forever.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
Aubrey Plaza is my mom and my father at the same time. She's my mom and my dad together.
It
So
makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense. But
Mhm.
that's so cool, like to be, even to just know that you've shared, like, a
Yeah,
project. It's like you're sharing an IMDb page, which is pretty cool.
that's so cool. That's gonna be my biggest thing that I'm gonna brag about forever and a half. I'm gonna tell everyone I worked with Aubrey Plaza and we're best friends, and I actually have her number in my phone,
Oh yeah,
and I see her on the daily.
I
And
I would completely support that.
yeah.
You can count me as a support. So yeah. So apart of Aubrey Plaza, so
Mhm.
yeah, she wouldn't be a valid answer to the next question because you've practiced. I mean, you actually, shared
Yeah, I
a
worked with
project with her.
mhm.
What other actors you wish you could, play with?
Jennifer Lawrence. She's really funny. I
Yeah,
love her. Again, Winona Ryder. I
yeah,
love her. She's awesome. Anna Kendrick. She's cool. She's really funny.
so
I'm
cool.
just
Yeah,
thinking of the people from the movies that I watched that I love. What else? Who else? Sophie Thatcher. I want to
nice.
work with her. It's amazing. I really
Yeah.
want to be on Yellow Jackets, so to work with everyone on Yellow Jackets would probably be the highlight of my life, and I would be okay with dying tomorrow if I got to meet Sophie Thatcher. So,
I love that.
who else? Elizabeth Olsen,
Nice.
Miss Wanda Maximoff herself. Um, hmm. All my answers, I'm just looking around the room
Yeah, makes sense.
who I would work with. Who else? Jenna Ortega.
Wow, nice.
She's, wait, I'm gonna say I also technically worked with her too, because I was also on a movie with her. Did I meet
Wow.
her? That doesn't matter. But did I work with her? Technically, yes.
Are you
And
sharing an IMDb page? You are. So,
yeah, so
yeah.
I worked with her and we're best friends also. So I have Aubrey Plaza and Jenna Ortega's phone number in my phone, and we're best friends and we hang out every weekend. So
All the time. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
What else? There's so many people. There's so
Yeah.
many people, and I'm blanking.
It's so cool that it seems that you spend, quite a lot of time in watching movies, which I love. So
Mhm.
it's not, so you are not just an actor who is like perceiving this as a job, but you're actually like a student of the craft, I guess.
Of course, I consider watching movies homework.
Yeah,
That's my homework and lessons in acting because then I
yeah,
just study the actors. So,
nice. I guess
yeah.
that's so interesting to watch a movie from this perspective. So when you're watching a movie, do you find yourself immersed in the story and watching it as a fan, or sometimes do you get like this moment where you you're catching yourself actually sort of studying and looking everything from a professional standpoint?
I guess I do both at the same time.
Hmm.
I like watching movies, obviously, because I love them and I will be the biggest fan girl forever.
Yeah,
But I also like study how different people act in different films. Like I'll
yeah,
watch the same actor in different movies.
yeah,
And I don't know, I like to study how they get into their characters almost and what
yeah,
they do differently versus what they keep the same. So
yeah,
I can probably be like them or be in something with them if I
yeah,
figure out what their process is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned that you've recently watched Stranger Things, right?
I've been a Stranger Things fan. I just like to
Uh,
rewatch movies
oh,
and shows
nice,
a lot.
nice. What was the latest movie you watched?
I think the last movie I watched was Superbad.
Nice. So what's
Yeah.
what would you say is like the last thing that you've learned from watching a movie as an actress?
The last thing I learned,
Yeah, or even that caught your attention as a professional, and you are like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool, move, or that's a.
I don't know. I guess just how out of the box like people are with their choices in
Mm,
acting and stuff. Because you could think one way, but then you see like people on the screen and they do it totally different.
yeah,
And I don't know, it's kind of cool to see that, just
yeah,
how crazy their choices are.
oh, yeah. I guess so. This does make sense. And do you have like you know, this sort of perception and this sort of focus when it comes to listening to music as well? Do you like understanding how different artists perform at a certain moments and at certain level, so you can sort of you know understand this process better and maybe incorporate something in your art?
Mm, yeah, I guess I kind of study all their music and
Hmm.
try to see what they write about and how they write because
Yeah.
everyone writes differently.
Hmm.
So I try to take things from different people
Yeah.
and not copycat, but just use it and get inspiration.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I study that and then also how people perform like on stage. They always have some sort of alter ego, and I have yet to get mine or find mine.
Yeah.
So I gotta work on that one.
Yeah, I think I guess this would come natural anyway, but yeah.
Oops.
So, okay, I'm ready with another confusing question, I guess. But I would be really interested to hear, I'll be really interested to hear what you think about that. So, what's a movie that you would like to write a song for as a soundtrack? And what's a music artist that you'd like to participate in a video clip for as an actress?
For the second question, Lady Gaga. She
Nice.
always has like really fun things. Or like Tate McRae. Like
Yeah.
Tate McRae or Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
That would be awesome because I also love to dance and they also
Oh,
have a lot
nice.
of dancing in their videos. And that would be cool to be able to act and dance in a video.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool experience. But the first question, Hunger Games.
Nice.
That's going to be
Nice.
my answer for everything. Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, just Hunger Games. Okay. Yeah. I think they need to do like a Hunger Games reboot with you, Aubrey Plaza, and Jenna Ortega in it, you know?
That would probably be the most demonic film I've ever seen in my entire life. No one would be safe.
Yeah.
If they made us the game makers, everyone would die. There would be no survivor. No victor.
Just dead people. I like that. Yeah, I
That
like
would be terrifying,
that.
but awesome.
Absolutely awesome. I think, this sounds as a very big genre switch, but I'm all for it. This sounds so fun.
It would
That's so
turn
good.
into a horror movie
Yeah,
immediately.
absolutely.
Not
Absolutely.
dystopian, horror, straight
Yeah,
horror, straight gore.
I like it. Tim Burton is the director, maybe produced by James Wan.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
yeah.
That sounds amazing. Big fan of it.
We should pitch it.
I'm gonna
Like,
pitch this.
yeah.
Your idea, and I'm gonna say it was mine.
That's fine.
Ah,
I just want
and
to
you'll
appreciate the product. So,
you have no way to stop me, and no one would ever believe you if you said it was your idea.
oh yes, yes. I'm sure. I'm sure you will just delete the records of this conversation, and yeah,
Exactly. This conversation wouldn't even exist. I would say I'd never do in my life.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. So okay. So in terms of acting, in terms of music, what's next for you? Like, what people can expect from you? What you're most excited when it comes to upcoming projects?
On June 6th, I will be releasing my first single, You Make Me. So you better listen to it or I will find you and eliminate you from this world. So you better listen to it. That's all I have to say.
We should just clip that and just
And
promote the song with it.
yeah, listen to it or you will die.
I like it. I
And
like it.
that's it. Just that.
Yeah.
Just clip that, and that should be the interview.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Just that 5 seconds.
Yeah. We'll most definitely do it as well. We'll just clip that as a reel and just promote it.
Exactly. And then just
Yeah.
add this picture.
Yeah. As a thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense.
And you should probably follow me on Instagram, Lola Raie Official, Raie spelled Raie, to see when I will drop the next single and the EP because it's all really good. And if you don't listen to it, again, I will find you. So definitely, definitely tune in.
Awesome.
That's all.
Awesome. 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 Yeah. You already know how to promote your music very well, I would say. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really good at threatening people. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They sort of really gel well together, You,
exactly. Listen to
you
it until your ears start to bleed. That's how much.
and then listen to it again.
Over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah.
It should be the only thing on your playlist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
I love that. Oh, that's amazing. So new music, that's fantastic. Um, so are you really focused on, music at the moment, or do you have any sort of acting upcoming projects that people can watch you in, or?
This Lifetime movie that I just did called Killing the Competition is out.
Oh,
So watch that. Nothing coming up
uh,
yet.
yes.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Unless I get cast in the new Hunger Games, then you will not see me shut up about it. So that will be everywhere.
and
When that
let's be,
happens, I'm manifesting it.
and let's be honest, like at this point, I think it's just a matter of time for this Hunger Games reboot to happen. So.
Yeah, the next book.
Yeah.
Definitely on it. So the next book, she actually wrote it about me and for me. So that's
You're just,
it.
I think this is like the first sort of exclusive news that you were giving us with this detail.
Yeah, like no one knows about it.
Yeah.
Not even the writer or director or writer of the book. So
Yeah.
only I know about it,
I
and
see.
I give you guys an inside scoop. So
Nice. Thank you about that. I really appreciate it. You know,
yeah,
that,
you should. Everyone should be thanking me for this. That's all I
yeah,
have to say.
I think so too. I think so. Awesome. Okay. I think, this call to action from your side was a really good way to like finalize everything. So we'll just use it as the main teaser for this episode. Yeah, I think it's such a good summary as well. So yeah, thank you so much for for taking the time and for talking about movies with me. I always enjoy that so much. So yeah,
Of course, I love
that's
it. It's
awesome.
my time. So
Yeah, hopefully we'll have the opportunity to do that again soon after the music is out, so we can talk about it a bit more in depth and stuff like that. Thank you so much again. Good work, obviously, with everything, and we'll keep in touch, obviously. And
yes,
yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
thank you. Hopefully, I talk to you too.
Awesome. Thank you. See ya.